Smile, hello everyone. So in this video, I am going to talk with you about physiology, pathology, 6 key pathology. And after learning 6 key constitution, I am very happy that you people are doing very well and you people want to learn more and you want to know how our body is functioning and how we can correlate our physiology and pathology with the 6 key. So I decided to take this class, and since it is a very big topic, so it is not very easy to complete it in short period of time. So this course may go for 6 months, a year, or maybe more than 1 year. But on regular basis, I will keep posting the videos. And this course, I would like to finish in 2 parts. Say first, I will finish the basic physiology, and with that basic physiology, I will take the 6 key pathology also. And next, I will go into the advanced physiology also, so that you can understand very well how this body is functioning. And in this video, I am going to give you a little bit idea about anatomy, physiology, how our body is functioning. So let's start about our course. So in this course, I am going to introduce basic anatomy and physiology. Okay. So what is anatomy? Anatomy is the study of structure of the human body. And what is physiology? Physiology is the functioning of human body. So this both the systems go, it is complementary to structure, and functions are complementary. They go together. Okay, so we should know what is the basic anatomy of any system, and we should also know the basic physiology of that system. So we will learn basic anatomy and in detail physiology. Okay, we should know more about physiology rather than knowing about pathology. Okay, because if you know what is the physiology, then the altered physiology is called pathology. So we should know how our body is functioning, what is the right mechanism. So if there is alteration in the right mechanism, we can understand this is pathology. So we will learn pathology more from the 6 key point of view, more from the Trajan point of view. Okay, but this course we will discuss more only on the 6 key. Okay, so, but before going to start anatomy and physiology, I would like to discuss this Panchmay Kosa. Generally, I used to discuss this in my constitution class, how this Panch Kosa is related with our constitution, how these concepts help us to know about constitution. But this concept is also help us to understand physiology also, and how this correlated between, what is the correlation between energy system and the physical body, correlation between metaphysics and physics. So there is Annamaya Kosa, which is related with physical body. There is Pranamaya Kosa, which is related with meridian and nadis. Then there is Manomaya Kosa, which is emotions. There is Jnanamaya Kosa, which is reason, and Anandmaya Kosa, which is spirit. And we all know about this invisible body, that is Pranamaya, Manomaya, Jnanamaya, Anandmaya, and we are working, and this Annamaya Kosa is our physical body, and we know about Pranamaya, that is about meridian, chakra, diamond, energy system, how these energy system are working. And we know our body is made up of Panch Tattva, 5 element, and but this body, physical body, Annamaya Kosa, is made up of physical thing, not metaphysics. So we should know how this metaphysics and physics is correlated. This is very important, because we are treating through the energy system, and but we should know how physical body is working. Okay, and this knowledge is very important. You will be surprised to know that this physical body is very much, we can explain in a detailed way from the energy point of view. We can very much correlate the energy system with the physical body system. Okay, so how our body is made up of, our body, the fundamental unit is cell. Okay, the fundamental unit of our body is cell. So see, if we are this organism, we want to know about ourselves, how our body is made up of, and how our body is functioning. So, but we know our body is made up of cells. All living cells, living beings are made up of cells. Plant, animal, both. There is some structural difference between plant cell and animal cell, but here we will concentrate only on the animal cell. So if you want to know how our body is functioning, we should know how our cell is functioning, because this body is made up of trillions of cells. And from our in energy science, we know that this is microcosm, and there is microcosm, and what is there in macrocosm, this is there, it is present in our microcosm. Okay, and so this microcosm has direct correlation between macrocosm, and this microcosm, this body is not only existing, it coexists with macrocosm. So whatever the effect on macrocosm, this is going to affect the microcosm. So this is different science of energy science which we are learning from here, that this is the energy field will affect our body also. But if we are made up of cells, then if you want to know our own body, we should know cell also, how this cell is functioning. And you will be surprised to know whatever the function we are doing in this body, say digestive system, immune system, excretory system, skeletal system, all those systems, all these systems are present in single cell also. Okay, so I will discuss with you about cell in this video a little bit. Okay, so but we should know how cell is made up of. Our body is made up of cell. Then cell work like I say, if it is a compartment. First it was called as compartment, then different scientists have discovered and given the name, it is a cell. So cell is, you can understand cell as a city. So each city has its functioning. It has a governing body, it has powerhouse, it has different departments, and all departments are working together. So in the cell also, in our body also, there are different systems. In the same way, in the cell also, there is a powerhouse, there is a defense mechanism, machineries for defense mechanism, machinery for detoxification, machinery for support and everything. So these machinery, we can call it as organelle. Okay, and these organelle are actually made up of macromolecule, and macromolecule is made up of molecule, and molecule is made up of atom, and atom is made up of subatomic particles. So we should start our journey from actually subatomic particles. And in this way, in this journey, see, professor has developed the energy system, explained us about energy system, and he has explained everything about pathology from the 6T point of view, and we are going to learn all these things in this course. And when professor has studied this, I feel that when he studied this body, the energy system, when he correlated it, and when he go in from cell to the subatomic particle, then he developed that 5-element theory, then 6 key, then 8 key, and then triargine. Because finally, what we are getting, subatomic particles. And what are the subatomic particles? That are electron, proton, neutrons, and then later on we have discussed neutrino also. They are homo, hetero, neutron, and neutron. Professor has explained it in triargine forces. So the more fundamental is triargine, then 5-element. So professor has developed 5 key, then 6 key, then 8 key, and then finally come to the triargine. So these are the subatomic particles, and these subatomic particles combine to form an atom. For example, hydrogen, lithium, carbon, oxygen, these are all atoms. Okay, and when two atoms combine, a molecule forms. Okay, just like water molecule, the H2O, oxygen, O2, glucose, these all are molecules. Then there is macromolecules. Macromolecules, that is protein, carbohydrate, fat, DNA, all these things. Okay, and when these macromolecules combine and form organelles, different organelles, we'll discuss in this video what is the function of mitochondria, what is function of Golgi apparatus, nucleus, and everything. And when you combine all the organelles, we will get cell. This is the basic unit of our body. And this cell, we have different kind of cells, muscle cells, nerve cells, WBC, RBC, lot of things. And these cells, the shape, size, and function is different. and each cell had a specific function. Okay, they are designed to do some specific function in our body, but all of them have some similarity. Okay, this is homo hetero effect. Homo is giving the similarity and hetero is giving different functions. And when the similar cells combine, they combine to form tissues. And then there are different kind of tissues: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscles tissues, nerve tissues. Okay, and then different tissues combine to form organs. And when different organs combine to form a system, skeletal system, digestive system, it is made up of different organs. And when you combine all the organs, this is you and me, the human being, the organism. So actually we want to know in detail about our body. So, but if we want to know about our body, we should know about cell, how cell is functioning. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail, not in detail, but little bit detail about cell. You'll be surprised to know how this cell is functioning. The same way our body is functioning, the same way cell is functioning. Okay, and even if you're surprised to know that the cell membrane, about cell membrane, that at that time I will tell you, okay, in detail. So what are the system in our body? There is a muscular system, which is wind, the cardiovascular system, which is heat, nervous system, hotness. This all we know in our 61, 62, all everything we have learned all these things. And we know a little bit about this digestive system, all these systems also, but I will go in detail. First, I will finish the basic physiology, then I will go into detail. Okay, so this course will go along. Okay, so all these systems and about cell, what we are going to discuss. So first I am going to tell you the syllabus, basic syllabus for this course. So in cell chapter we will discuss cells physiology, then introduction, the organelle, membrane. Up to this much I am going to discuss in this video only. And the movement of substance and water through the cell membrane, that is the transportation part, is very important, how cell is functioning. And bioelectric potentials, everything is very detailed. We will discuss about function of cell. Okay, then the muscles and joints, about different muscles, what is the function of muscles. We know it provides movement, provides protection and support, generates heat that maintain body temperature. So we will discuss in detail. Even we will discuss the physiology of muscles, skeletal muscles, different kind of muscular contraction, neuromuscular junctions, and what is about how smooth cardiac muscle, all these things we'll discuss. Even in pathology, we'll discuss about joint, the 6 key classification of joint, and the 6 key classification of structure of the joint, and the classification of disease of the joint, and branch 6 key of muscles also. Okay, and in wind section, I will divide in wind section. Even we will talk about liver, the 6 key division of structure of liver, 6 key division on functional division, structure and functional 6 key division of gallbladder, the disease of liver and gallbladder. All these things we'll discuss in pathology. And about this heart, how the heart is functioning, cardiac cycle, the blood, detail about blood, the function of blood vessels, what are their functions, the distribution of oxygen, carbon dioxide, release of carbon dioxide, and all how it controls the body temperature. This all we are going to discuss in this course. And in the physiology part, the anatomy of the heart, properties of cardiac muscle, conductive system of heart, how this heart is conducted, the nervous system of heart, which is the branch hotness of heart, and the pressure changes during cardiac cycle. Very important, very interesting topic, the cardiac cycle. You'll be surprised to know how our heart is functioning. And the capillary circulation, arterial and venous blood pressure. This we will discuss in physiology part. And in the 6 key pathology 6 key part, we'll discuss the branch 6 key of circulatory and cardiovascular system, the 8 key classification of blood, then the regional classification of blood vessels as per 6 key, disease of arteries and disease of heart. In the wind of heart is myocardium, so problem of myocardium, problem of coronary vessels, problem of conductive system, which is the hotness, and 6 key classification of valves and the 6 key classification of valvular disease. Okay, this all we learn in 6 key part and heat part. Then the most one of the difficult topic, that is the nervous system, but we'll go into detail of the nervous system also, but this may be the last topic we'll discuss. This is a very lengthy topic, but definitely I will first go to the basic anatomy and physiology of heart and This is the how the motor nerve, sensory nerve function, higher mental function of the nervous system, and the blood-brain barrier, and everything. But this is a very difficult topic. We'll definitely discuss it slowly and gradually. I will make small videos on each topic. And in 60, we will discuss the division of nervous system, then classification of peripheral nerve, classification 60, classification of cranial nerve and nervous plexuses. How can we reach each cranial nerve? How can we reach each nervous plexus? In detail, we'll discuss. Then digestive system, the part of digestive system, the function of digestive system, and in this digestive system, the most important topic that was given by professor is the lunar diamond energy system. How the lunar energy system is controlling our body. And in this topic, when I learned something about Ayurveda, I got very strong correlation between Ayurveda and this lunar energy system. So this is an important discovery of professor. And there is internal chakra in our digestive channel, and there is external chakras also, which is connected with the digestive channel. So we are going to discuss this also, and everything, the function about everything. And this is very important. Digestive system is very important. So maybe first I will go with the digestive system also, because we are going to learn about Annamaya Kosa. And this Annamaya Kosa is made up of food. We get energy from food actually. So how this, when we eat food, what happens with our food, how it is break down, and how there is a transformation, everything, and how the energy is converted, how we get the energy. And when there is a problem in the physiology of this digestive system, we actually suffer from the disease. And in this topic, even in the advanced system, I will tell you about diagnosis also. Because the diagnosis of our system depends on the digestive system very much. So this system, I will start with this system. Actually, I will not going to start with wind. I will start with this system, because this is very important. And the disease of mouth, and this disease of esophagus, stomach, and disease of pancreas, large intestine, sigmoid, colon, colitis, and types of everything that in detail we will discuss about this. This is very important topic. And then the integumentary system, the skin, hair, this also we'll discuss little bit. Okay, this little bit we'll discuss. Then skeletal system, this is also very important system. So we'll discuss in detail also. Then the 60, this 60 classification we have covered in 62, but again I will discuss in physiology also and pathology also. And this a very important topic, because this controls our physiology. After digestive system, this is also one of the major system. So we will discuss in detail about the function of pituitary, thyroid, pancreas, adrenal, all glands, how they are functioning, and the disease of this gland, and how to diagnose the problem of this system, what blood test we should tell, and how to read the blood test also. I will cover everything. After that, you will be able to practice with better confidence. You can understand the physiology in better way. You can understand the pathology in a better way. Okay. And this course, I am telling you, I have to keep posting the video on different topic. Once you'll want, if you want a detailed explanation of anything, I will again post a video. So this will go. Okay. The physiology and 60 pathology, we will continue. You will learn, and you will regular basis you will get the videos. And this also again very important topic, the lymphatic system. Okay, the spleen, will learn how this system is functioning. This is also a part of our immune system. Okay, so we'll discuss in basic 60 about immune system. And in this course, I am going to tell you the 60 division of collagenous disease, the autoimmune disorder, RA, rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, SLE, and all the ankylosing spondylitis, the clinical manifestation, and 60 pathology, 60 pathology of all these autoimmune diseases, how to reach to RA, how to approach an RA patient from 60 point of view. I will discuss all these things in this course. And this about how this system is functioning, how this kidney is functioning, how this kidney urine is formed, the filtration of blood, how this excretes waste products. And this is very important, very interesting topic. You will be surprised to know how this body is functioning. And I will tell you, you will give respect to your body and the creator of this body. And this knowledge will lead you to spirituality also, because once you go inside, you can go to in deep level also a spirituality also, and science and spirituality is connected. So this is my journey. I started my journey with physiology and I come to the energy system, and I'm surprised to know how God has created this body and how this body is functioning. It's really very interesting to know, and I think every individual should know the basic function of our body, basic function. Then they will give respect to this body. They will not do anything wrong, which is because of which they are suffering, because people are suffering because of ignorance. So I feel everyone should have this knowledge. Even all therapists should definitely have this knowledge. Since we have the knowledge of higher level, with that higher level we should have the knowledge of physical body also. Okay. And this respiratory system, the all the division of respiratory system, we will even in pathology, we will discuss the pathology of nose, nasal disease, and the structure, 6 key structure of nasal cavities, and 6 key pathology of bronchial diseases, lung disease, alveolar disease, emphysema, pneumonia, and everything, bronchial asthma, everything we'll discuss in detail. Okay, and how this with cardiovascular system, how this system is functioning, how when we take oxygen, how this oxygen goes into the blood, and after that what happens with that oxygen, how our body uses that oxygen, and how carbon dioxide is released in from our body. This all we are going to discuss. And this reproductive system also will discuss in basic diseases, and female reproductive system, basic diseases, all we will discuss. Okay. So now cell. So the basic unit of our body is cell, and we have trillions of cells, 50 to 100 trillions of cells, and they have different specialization. I told you every cell has different function, and cells are vary in shape and size, and they have unique, because of unique function. Because see, some cells can change their shape. Say if see, if there is a pathogen and there is a WBC, then WBC has to engulf it. So it will come and change its shape, and it will engulf that pathogen. So like that, the WBC is the cell's structure is like that to perform that function. So every cell has different structure for different functioning. Okay. So what is the part of typical cells? So each cell has nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. Each cell. So nucleus is in the center. Okay, this is the nucleus which is in the center, and cytoplasm is this. This is the cytoplasm. Okay, and this is the cell membrane, the outer border of cell, the boundary of the cell. Okay, so like that, each city has their boundary. Then the city combine to form bigger, say, district, then the state, then the country. Every unit has their own border, own system. In the same way, our body has a skeletal system, digestive system, immune system, defense system. In the same way, the cell is also having the same structure. So if you divide in triagen, then the cell membrane is the outermost structure. So we can say it is hetero, and the nucleus, which is the innermost, so it is homo, and the cytoplasm, which is the fluid and the organelle machineries are moving there, then they are controlling the function. So this is the neutro, major part is the neutro, and this everything they make create energy, they create enzyme, they create some kind of proteins, and that protein goes outside of the cell membrane, and something goes inside of the cell membrane. This is cell membrane. I will discuss in detail about cell membrane. And recently someone from Russia has given 6 key classification of cell membrane, and maybe not in this video, next video I will make a video and I will explain in detail about cell membrane and the 60 classification of cell membrane. Maybe next video I will make on cell membrane only. So it is, this cell membrane is not only it is a boundary, there is specific gates through which a specific cell will enter, and there are some cells send the signals, and something which is created inside the cell, they will come out of the cell. Okay, so this is in between the cell is intracellular fluid, outside of cell is extracellular fluid, like this. So we'll discuss in a little bit about nucleus. So this is the control center of the cell, this nucleus. And again, in the nucleus there is a nuclear envelope. There is nucleus envelope. There is a boundary also, and it is porous double membrane, which separates nucleoplasm from the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the fluid inside the cell membrane, and there is some fluid also in the cell, in the nucleus, and that is called nucleoplasm. And this envelope separates the nucleoplasm from the cytoplasm. Okay, and there is nucleolus. Okay, nucleolus is the dense collection of RNA and protein. Okay, and it is site of ribosome production. Okay, which decides the functioning of this nucleus, you can say. And the chromatin, which is fiber of DNA and protein, it stores information of synthesis of protein, and it is the part of gene. So our genetic mapping is inside the nucleus. And very important and interesting is the cell membrane, also called as plasma membrane. Okay, so if you see, this is the plasma membrane. If this is the cell structure of cell, and this is the cell membrane, so if you take the bigger picture of cell membrane, then you will get this picture. Okay, so you can see this is cell membrane is outer limit of the cell and it controls what moves in and out of the cell. Okay, and it is selectively permeable. That means it will not allow everything to go out, in and go out. So it will decide. Okay, so it has its own intelligence. This cell membrane has its own intelligence. Okay, and even in the inside there are some organelle, they have also their own DNA like their nucleus, and they have their own intelligence. Okay, even in recent recent research has even proved that they have this is called mitochondria, and they have published a research article that mitochondria is chi. Can you imagine? They are connecting this cell with the energy. Now, we know everything about energy. Only thing is we need to connect everything with the cell, physical body. Okay, and we will learn all these things. So this is the nuclear membrane. This is all about nucleus. And then there is cell membrane, and I will explain in detail about cell membrane again in next video, but little bit we will discuss over here that it is phospholipid bilayer. So here there is two layers. You can see there is two layers. You see, this is one layer, first layer phospholipid. This is another layer. This is phospholipid. Okay, if you combine, then again bigger picture. So there's two layers. Okay, so these are phospholipids. Again, there some water soluble head forms surface, and water insoluble tails form interior. The hydrophobic and hydrophilic. Okay, and permeable to lipid soluble substance. I will discuss in detail about this function in next video. And this membrane is made up of phospholipid, proteins, and carbohydrate. Okay, so they are proteins, they have phospholipids, and very less carbohydrates, say 50% of protein and 47% of phospholipids and cholesterol, and 3% of carbohydrate. So, and 50% protein, and protein plays a major role. It has receptors, spores, enzymes, and everything. So these are these structures you see, they are different kind of structures. These are different proteins, associated proteins, and each protein has, see, if they have different shape, so they have different function. So I will discuss about different proteins and what is their function. Even they have skeletal system, strong. See, what is the function of our skeletal system? The function of skeletal system is to support our body, give a shape of our body. In the same way, this cell has a particular shape, and this shape is given by their their structure. There's a certain kind of protein which give structure, shape. They work like a skeletal system of that cell. Okay, so and cholesterol stabilizes the membrane. Again, they in phospholipid, in between phospholipid, the cholesterol used to be over here. Okay, and here you can see there is some structure like this, some structure like this, bent. So this is about saturated fatty acid, unsaturated fatty acid. So this layer is very freely movable. I will discuss about this in detail in next video when I will discuss about 6K with that what is the function structure in detail about this, the different kind of protein, what is the function, because there are some work as a receptor, some work as an enzyme, there's some work as a channels. Channels means through that some particle can go inside, some work as a carrier, they take something and give inside the cell. So this is not just a boundary, it is very active energy system. The cell membrane of cell is very active energy system. Lot of function is going on the cell, and inside the cell also lot of chemicals, energy, everything is created, and this cell used to send outside the cell, and something goes inside the cell, the hormones, enzymes, everything. This our body is a dynamic body. This active energy system is there. So we know our everything about energy system. Now we learn about physical body also. And the cytoplasm is the organelle is solid, and cytosol is the water. So it is actually jello fruit salad like thing. So the salad fruits are the organelles, and the jelly like thing is the cystocell. In that fluid, all the organelles are there. This in the fluid, there is a jelly fluid, and this all machineries you can say of the body of the cell is there in the present in this cytoplasm. Okay, if we divide it in trigen in 4 parts, we can say the nucleus is homo, cytoplasm is neutro because it is giving the environment for the organelles to function, and cell membrane as hetero, and organelle as neutro because they are always functioning and maintaining the environment of the body. That is called homeostasis. I will explain that also in this video. So this is very interesting, and it's about the membrane, the cystocell, and what are the different organelles. This is, you will be surprised to know how God has created this body. Okay, so they are endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and these endoplasmic reticulums are 2 types. There is rough endoplasmic reticulum, there is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough means they have ribosomes on their body. See this dotted thing, they have ribosomes on their body. There are some endoplasmic reticulum, they have no ribosomes, so they are called smooth ribosome. And what is the function of this endoplasmic reticulum? They work as a transport system, detoxification site for proteins, and this detoxification and site for protein synthesis. Means they have membrane, sac-like membrane and canal. So they work, they store and they transport the protein, enzymes, lot of things, and they work for the detoxification also. Okay, and they break down the drugs also. Okay? This is very important organelle. And ribosome, they are free floating, they are sometimes connected with the endoplasmic reticulum, or they are sometimes free floating, and they are minute particle, and they provide structure and enzyme activity to amino acid to form proteins. They work as a messenger also. Then the Golgi apparatus, the flat sac-like membrane. So this also secretes, package, and dispatch the cellular secretion. So work like mover and packers. So secrete also, dispatch also, packing and dispatching the things. And there are another vesicle, membranous, stored substances. So in our cell there is storehouse also. If something they have to store somewhere, they will store. The compartment is there inside the compartment. They can store something. So this is called vesicles, and this is the mitochondria. It's very important. The energy powerhouse, you can say currency of the cell. So body runs through this cell, and this the whole how the cell generate energy. What is the energy? The chemical form of energy is ATP, adenosine triphosphate, and how this energy is created. I will discuss that. You don't have to remember all these things, but you should know how complex this process is going on inside the mitochondria. In medical college, we have to learn, not medical, in basic biology class also, we need to learn the Krebs cycle and how this functioning, and everything we will learn. Again, I have, this is a revision for me, okay, but this is an interesting topic. In first year, we need to learn all these things. So lysozymes, enzyme containing sac, again they digest worn out cells part or unwanted substance. Sometimes if something happens to the cell, they can digest that cell also, and they can digest the unwanted foreign particles also. So they work in a defense mechanism. So they have their own army, soldiers. Okay, the another organelle, they break down the organic molecules. So they have rod-like structures also, which distributes chromosome during cell division. So this is about multiplication, in cell multiplication. And the cilia, the hair-like structure, which helps in propelling the something. So this is in the, some cells, say in the mucous membrane, they have this kind of structure for propelling the some foreign particles or any substance. So they move like a wind. Okay, and this flagellum is the long tail-like structure which helps in the motility of the cell sperm. And they have microfilament, microtubules. So they have thin rod tubules which support the cytoplasm, allow for movement of organelles. So they give support system. So we can think it is giving the structure. So coldness part of the cell, and there are some temporary nutrients and pigments. There's a lot of things. Okay, so again, I will go into revising all these things. So what is the cell? Cell is the basic part, and wow, the cell is made up of, our body is made up of cells. So if to know about body, we should know about cell, the functioning of the cell. I will discuss in detail about cell in next video, but the cell is made up of organelles, different masonry part, and this organelle is made up of macromolecules like that, and macromolecules is made of molecules, then molecules made of atom and subatomic particles. So like this, our body is made up of, and what is the cell? Cell is basic unit, and cell has a nucleus, cytoplasm, cell membrane. Nucleus is the center of the cell, which is called brain of the cell, you can say, and nucleus and cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance inside the cell, and cytoplasm is boundary of the cell. Okay, and inside the cell, in the cytoplasm, there is organelle also, so we can divide it in 4 part also. Okay, then what is the nucleus? Is the nucleus is having control center of the cell. So in nucleus there is nucleolus, and they can envelope, nuclear envelope, and chromatin. Okay, and what is cell membrane? Cell membrane is very dynamic structure. They have protein made up of protein, fat, the protein, fat, that is lipo, and carbohydrates. So 50% is protein, and 47% you can say phospholipid and cholesterol, and 3% you can say carbohydrates. So proteins have another functions. I will discuss in detail what are the function of specific proteins. And this layers, phospho water soluble, there is specific semi-permeable membrane, they have phospholipids, bilayer phospholipid, and in between the phospholipid there is cholesterol. Cholesterol also gives stabilize the cell, and there are different kind of cholesterol, which is the phospholipid, which is in saturated and unsaturated. And this, you can see there are different kind of protein and different functions. So based on their function, we can divide them into 6 key. Okay, then there are organelles, different organelles have different functions. Okay, and this characteristics of life, this is not so important. As per modern science, they used to teach how can we understand what are the characteristics of life. So this is movement, responsiveness, change to a reaction, reaction to a change, then growth, reproduction, respiration, and this must be digestion, absorption, circulation, assimilation, excretion. In each cell, removal of waste product by metabolic reactions. Okay, and they used to digest the cell, absorb the nutrients, they put them into circulation, and everything goes into the cell. And for maintenance of life, we know that we need Panch Tattva. They used to say water, food, oxygen, heat, and pressure. But we need Panch Tattva. Okay, wood, fire, earth, metal, water. As per Chinese philosophy, as per Indian philosophy, that is Akash Tattva, the ether. And why we have life? Because we have life on earth, because these five elements are balanced. And when these five elements are imbalanced, then we suffer from disease. So, but this is from the modern science, so they don't believe, they don't have that much understanding about energy. So we know from the energy point of view what is the function of water, what is the function of food, then oxygen, heat, then pressure, and all. This is the basic things we have learned in school level. And there's a necessary life function. It maintains boundaries, keeps the internal environment from distinct from the external environment, and they maintain the balance, also the movement. These are the necessary functions: digestion and metabolism, excretion, and all. Reproduction, growth. Each cells must reproduce, may grow in the size, not in the size and number. And for need, we need nutrients, oxygen. For this body, we need nutrients, we need food, we need oxygen. Okay, we need water, we need stable body temperature, we need atmospheric pressure must be appropriate. Okay, so these are the some things which we need to maintain the basic functioning of cell. Okay, from the energy point of view, we can say we need balanced five elements. We need proper wind, heat, hotness, humidity, dryness, coldness. If there is any energy excessive or indeficient, we can suffer from disease. And what is homeostasis? Homeostasis is the dynamic balance between the equilibrium between the outer environment and the internal environment. And this is the reason why professor has shifted from 5 element to 6 key, because 5 element we are using subjugation and anti-subjugation. And from a spiritual point of view and from physiological point of view, this is not correct that one organ is controlling, subjugating. Actually, each cell is functioning in a coordinated manner, and each cell is connected with each other because we develop from a single cell. So our body used to harmonize, used to maintain a balance inside our body. See, if there is outside temperature is say 45 degree or 50 degree, our internal body temperature will maintain. If there is minus 40 degree, again, even though our body will maintain that internal temperature. This is called homeostasis. So it will maintain the functioning of the body. And in homeostasis, there is some receptors, they used to receive the signaling, and they used to send into the control center, and from the control center they used to send to the effector nerve cells or motor cells, so that everything is controlled to the nervous system. And we have two kind of mechanism. One is called negative feedback mechanism, and another is called positive feedback mechanism. Generally, we have negative feedback mechanism. What is there in the negative feedback mechanism? Negative feedback mechanism we'll discuss in detail, but we should have little bit idea. Say, if thyroid level goes down, the thyroid has to secrete thyroid hormone. And this thyroid hormone, there is another hormone that is called thyroid stimulating hormone, which is secreted from pituitary, and pituitary gland will secrete thyroid stimulating hormone, and that thyroid stimulating hormone will stimulate thyroid to secrete thyroxine. Then when thyroxine is secreted from thyroid gland, it will reach to a certain level in the blood, which is the normal level. The moment it will reach to the normal level, the response will go to the pituitary to not to secrete TSH. This is called negative feedback mechanism. Okay, reverse feedback mechanism. Okay, and then it will stop. Then again, when it will goes down, it will secrete. It will stimulate the pituitary. Pituitary will secrete the TSH to stimulate thyroid, and thyroid will secrete thyroxine. So this is called feedback mechanism. When this will maintain the hormone level. In the same way, the calcium level is controlled by parathyroid gland. Parathyroid gland secretes calcitonin, and this calcium level will stimulate the secretion of calcitonin. Okay, So this is called negative feedback, and most of the body functions on this. But there is some positive feedback. Say at the time of birth of a baby, oxytocin is released when there is more contraction in the uterine muscle, the strong stimulation, and this strong stimulation will send a signal to the pituitary gland to secrete more oxytocin. So this is called positive feedback. And even in blood clotting also this mechanism works. So, but generally negative feedback mechanism. So this is all about basic physiology. Then I will discuss something about anatomy. So anatomy is structure. So we are not going to discuss about the structure right now, but some terms we will discuss. Some terms which you will find in books. Okay. So terms for position, direction, all these things we will discuss. So what is superior? Superior means towards the head. Inferior means below, lower part of the head. Okay, like forehead is superior to nose, and navel is inferior to breastbone. Okay, sternum. Then anterior. Anterior is, this is anterior, and this is posterior. So anterior is in the front, posterior in the back. Okay. Then medial. Medial is towards the midline. The heart is medial to the arms, so towards the midline. Okay. Then lateral. Lateral away from the body or outer side. The arms are lateral to the chest. Intermediate in between. In between. The armpit is intermediate between the breastbone, sternum, and shoulder. Then proximal, close to the origin of the body, towards the body. Distal, away from the body. Okay. Then superficial, towards the body surface, deep inside the body, away from the body surface, more internal. So this kind of words you will see. So we should know. Then this is the landmark. So this is the anterior landmark. We should know what is orbital, what is pelvic region, what is inguinal region, which is what is femoral region, and then crural, say leg region, patella. Patella is this bone. Okay, these are some anatomical term, and there is some landmark in the posterior side. Okay, then this is the plane called mid-sagittal plane. Say this body is cut in this plane, so this is the structure of the brain in the mid-sagittal. So sometime in anatomy of in physiology book you will see this is the mid-sagittal section. This is frontal plane. So front of the body you can see the what is the organ in the front side of the brain, and this is transverse plane. So if you cut the body in the transverse plane, you will see the body like this. So this is liver, this is aorta, this is spinal cord on the back side, this is spleen, this is stomach, and this is subcutaneous fat when you cut body in transverse plane. So this is the different plane in which sometimes we see our organ in on this plane. We sometimes we see our brain from the sagittal plane, sometimes we see brain from the transverse plane also. Okay. Then the cavities, this is cranial cavity, and this is called thoracic cavity, and this is called abdominal cavity, and this is the diaphragm membrane which divides the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity. This is the pelvic cavity, and this is the spinal cavity. This is spinal bone, and inside the bone there is the cavity. In that cavity there is spinal cord. Okay, this is the brain, and descending part of brain is the spinal cord, is moving in the spinal cavity. Okay, and this is the last slide, and this is the region of the abdominal area. How can we divide this abdominal region? Sometimes we need to say that where there is a pain. Say this is this 9 part we can divide this area, and this is called hypochondric, below the ribs. This is called right side, right hypochondric region, left side, left hypochondric region, and in the center this is called epigastric region. Sometimes patient will say they have pain over here, or in book you will find this is epigastric pain. So epigastric pain means pain in the epigastric region. Say if you say pain in the umbilical region, this is hypogastric region. Okay, in the center, and in the mid side left, this part is called left lumbar region, this part is called right lumbar region, and this is the iliac region, right iliac region, left iliac region. So medical like that, there's some report you will see that there is pain in the this region, there is there is some cyst or some tumor in the left iliac region. So from energy point of view, you can understand this, the left iliac region means this region. They are talking about this region. So this is the anatomical term. We should know about this. So this is all about. So in this video, I discuss about relationship between energy system and body, how, why we need to know about physical body. And I discussed a little bit about cell, the structure of the cell, some function of the cell, and some system what we are going to learn in 6T. So this is going to be a very big topic. Okay, this anatomy, basic anatomy, physiology, and pathology. So I don't know how much time it will take, but in this course, immediately when you register, I will send you the pathology notes. I will give you a look to the pathology notes also. And but this is not final notes. I prepared a long back, but now when I'm going to prepare this class, I will update these notes, and at the end of the course or midway, I will send you the updated notes also, because in these notes I have not included the collagenous tissues discussion, the pathology part. So I will add that part. So let me show you. So this is the notes you will get. This is about liver, function of liver, the liver conditions, the blood test which we have to do. Okay, what you will understand from the blood test, the structure of the liver, the lobes of the liver, and the 60 classification of the lobes of the liver, then the cells of the liver, then the disease of the 60 branch 60 liver, and this gallbladder, 60 division of the gallbladder. Okay, this you will, I will give you all these things. Then the disease of the gallbladder, then a heat, about heart, the regional classification of the heart, and disease of the arteries, wind, heat, dryness disease, then heart disease. What are the heart disease? The cardiac cycle I will discuss in physiology. And this was the old notes, but maybe I will go change the physiology part in separate way, or I will extend the pathology part also. And the 6 class 7, this we have learned in 62 also. Okay, this conductive system and the division of this conductive system, heart wall, myocarditis, what is the symptoms, it pathology, symptoms, everything in detail, everything. And in this way, the all the the ischemic heart disease, the stages of ischemic heart disease, even there in the notes, differential diagnosis, and myocardial infarction, the stages also. I think the stage, wind stage, heat stage, humidity stage. Generally, we get patient in dryness and coldness stage, but I will discuss in detail. And the conductive system, SA node, AV node, the 60 division of all the SA node, AV nodes, and then the 60 division of the valves. Even we can discuss the ECG, how to read ECG. This will be going to be a complete course, I can say you. So even during the course, you can ask me doubt and I can make new videos. So it will be an interactive course. So I hope you'll enjoy this course. Thanks for watching. Okay, smile, thanks.